Sandeep Srinivas Rao.
Yes, Swetha, we are able to.
Thank you, Sandeep. Thank you, Srinivas Rao. Yeah. Let me continue. Here. Here. Yesterday we discussed here what is UI. What all comes under this UI. Here, what is UI? We discussed user interface. In this time, we have here, if you enter any URL in the browser, whatever application you can see, that is what UI page. This UI, in this UI page, once you enter your input here, you will redirect to server page. Your input will be redirected to server page. Here, this is my UI page. It will connect to server page here. It will connect to server page here. This UI page is connecting to the server page. Server connected to database. This type of interactions you can observe here in UI programming. It is going to the server. Server connected to database. Database back to server. Server will give you resultant page for us. That resultant page is our UI page. Here starting page is a UI page. Here resultant page is also a UI page. Here starting page is a UI page and resultant page is also a UI page. Okay. Here today 18th Feb 2025 at 9 p.m. at the demo 2. Okay. Here server side programmers, they'll work out on business logic. Here server side developers will be there. Database developers will be there. Server side developers are here, PHP, Java, .NET, Python, here all etc. comes under server programs. Here database developers are here. Here database developers are here, database programming. Here database programming here. Oracle, MySQL, SQL Server, MongoDB, here MySQL, SQL Server, MongoDB, etc. all comes under databases. Here is our server program connecting to database back to server. This is what totally our UI page. Here, this is totally our UI page. This UI, here, totally 3-tier architecture. So 3 team of developers will work for one single application. One is server side developers. Here, server side developers, they'll work out on server side development. Here, database developers. So first, second, here we have UI developers. Here, they'll work out on UI development. Third, database developers, they'll work out on database development. Here, 3 team of developers will work for one single application. Here, one is server-side developers, database developers, and UI developers. Here, in this time, here one is server-side developers. This server-side developers here who work for Java programming, Java developers, .NET developers, here itself, .NET developers, Python developers. Here all comes under here server-side development. Here UI developers who know UI programming, they called as UI developers. So here, so UI developers are here, web UI developers. They'll work out on UI programming. They have to learn this all UI topics. Along with that, any one framework. Here, that list of all topics are here. HTML 4 and 5, CSS 2 and 3, third JavaScript, here fourth jQuery, then fifth Ajax, here Ajax, next responsive design, here and Bootstrap, here it is lessons as, here lessons as, here HTML5, CSS3, jQuery, Ajax, Bootstrap, lessons as, responsive design. These all topics. Along with that, JavaScript related frameworks also we have to learn. That frameworks are here, Angular, React, Node, here any one framework. Here, Angular or Node.js. Here itself, Node.js.
Node.js can I use in a UI framework?
Yeah, it is a framework. Actually, they'll treat it as server side only. Here,
Okay.
they'll treating like under JavaScript. Okay,
Okay.
server side
Okay.
development only. Okay.
Okay.
Here it is React.js. Here Node.js, Vue.js, like that we have some JavaScript related frameworks we have. But in our UI programming, we are going to learn only the without framework. Only the basic part of the content only we are going to learn in the next 2 months. Next 2 months of my content, I'm going to explain here all these topics. Next one, here database developers who know Oracle, MySQL, SQL Server, they called as database developers. Who know MySQL, here third database developers. Who know database part, they called as database developers. Here itself database developers. Who know database programming, they called as database developers. These database developers are here, Oracle developers, MySQL developers, SQL Server developers. Here, MongoDB developers, they all comes under database developers. Okay. Here, 3 team of engineers will work for one single application. Okay. Next. Here, and come to only UI part in this 9 o'clock batch. So we are learning only UI part in this course, and that too this basic UI. Here, if you want to go for framework classes, you can separately register for any one of the framework. Okay, next, here we are going for next one here. It is framework completed. Next one, here. Here, UI development. We are coming for the UI development. In this, if you right click inspect element on any of the UI programming, facebook.com, any web page, here, this is our UI page. If you right click inspect element on this, you can see some code here. Here, you can see some code here. This is what here, doc type HTML head and body. Doc type HTML head and body is the standard code of HTML. Here, now if you remove the body tag, delete the body. See, you cannot see any output. So, every UI page, standard code will be here that comes under HTML. That is our first topic. HTML 4 and 5, I am going to explain in our topics are here. First topic HTML 4 and 5. Second topic it is on CSS 2 and 3. Third topic is on here. Third topic is on JavaScript. Here. Here, third topic is on JavaScript. Here, JavaScript. Here, third topic is on JavaScript. Fourth one here it is on jQuery. Then fifth one here it is on Ajax. Sixth one is on responsive design. Here, responsive design. Then seventh one will be here Bootstrap. Eighth one will be here less and SAS programming. Here, ninth one here it is here responsive design, less and SAS and project. Here, 10th one is here exam. Total duration of my content will be here 2 months. Next 2 months, I'm going to continue on all these topics. Okay, 2 months, I'm going to continue on all these topics. HTML 4 and 5, CSS 2 and 3, JavaScript, jQuery, Ajax, Bootstrap. Here, these all. Here in this, so any web page, if you right click inspect element, suppose if you check www.facebook.com. Here, if you check this facebook.com, here facebook.com, here only you can see here login.php. Login.php. Here is our UI page. UI always connected to server. That server is here PHP page. This PHP will connect to database. Here this PHP always connected to database. Here this UI page is connected to server. Server connected to database. Okay. Here the standard code of UI page will be here. Doc type HTML. Here doc type HTML. Here HTML start, HTML close. Here in this you can find it that head start and close and body start and close. Head and body tag you can show you for your program. This head tag is used to write here. Head tag is used to write style tag for CSS, script tag for JavaScript. Here script tag I'm using for JavaScript. Okay, here inside the body tag, whatever the list of tags you are going to learn, all the list of tags comes under HTML. Here only you can check it here, doc type HTML head and body. In this HTML page, we are going to see all our output like this. Here doc type HTML head and body is the standard code of HTML. Now in this time, in this HTML page, here, now in this HTML page, you can check it here. Here in this HTML page, here, because of this HTML inside the body, whatever we are writing here, that it will created by HTML. HTML is the hypertext markup language. Completely basic skeleton of the web page, we can create it with this HTML. HTML is a hypertext markup language. Here markup language. Markup means it is a tag-based programming. Tag-based programming. Here tag is nothing but it's an instruction to the browser. Instruction to browser. Here in this we have two types of tags. We have here two types of tags we have. Here one is paid tag. Here that list of all tags are here. Here itself one is paid tag. Second category here it is unpaid tag. So HTML is a hypertext markup language. It is completely tag-based programming. Tag is nothing but instruction to the browser. So any HTML page follows the same structure. Any UI page follow doc type HTML head and body only. In this, head tag is used to write header information. See, in this head section only, we will write our CSS code. CSS code for our program, we will write it inside the head section using style tag. Here inside the head section, CSS, here it is cascading style sheet. This is what here, cascading style sheet. This is what here, style part of the application. Style part of web page, we can create it using CSS. Using CSS only, we can create it here, all style part of our application. Styles are here. Here background colors, here borders, text related styles, text alignment, text decoration, text transform, font related styles, here font size, font family. These all we will learn it under this CSS. Here CSS will give you alignment for our application and colorful structure for our application. alignment and the colorful structure of a web page is by CSS. Here, HTML is a hypertext markup language. It basically creates the skeleton part of the web page. CSS, it is cascading style sheet. It is mainly for style part of the application. CSS, it is mainly used for creating style part of the application. Next one here, it is on JavaScript. Here, JavaScript, it will add it here. Totally, it will add it here. Functionality to our application. Here, skeleton part of the web page is by HTML. Here, HTML add skeleton part of web page. Skeleton part means images, buttons, radio button, checkbox, drop-down list, all by HTML. CSS colors. Yesterday I changed the color of the Facebook button and background color I changed. Those all by here. Here, color of the button, you can change it. Right click, inspect element on this. See here, that button color we are changing here. Here, button, that button color, you can change it here with this. See, button color, I'm changing like this. See, this is possible by here. Button colors we are changing here. This is possible by our CSS. Here, next one here, it is on JavaScript. Here, third topic of my content here, it is on JavaScript. Here, JavaScript add functionality to our application. Functionality of web page, we can create it. We can create it using JavaScript. Functionality of a web page. Here, functionality of a web page is by JavaScript. Functionalities are here. Validation of the application form, cookie creations, all we can do it with this JavaScript. Okay. Here, functionality of a web page is by JavaScript. Here, functionality of a web page is by JavaScript. These functionalities are here. Here, it's a client-side scripting language. Client-side scripting language. Here, it's a browser executable programming. Browser executable programming. Here, browser executable. Browser executable programming. Here, browser means here your client. Client can execute this. Because of this, we can add it here. Validation of the application form, cookie creations, animations, local storages. Here, local storages, session storages. Here, local storage, session storage, etc. etc. We will learn it under JavaScript. See here, if you are submitting your application form, say this is my application form. If I click submit button here, see here, you can see that the information will be like this. This is about the here submission of the application form. Totally data will be submitted to our application form like this. This is what here JavaScript. Here, because of JavaScript, we can add it here, functionality to our application. Here only you can check it here, that validation of the application form. Here, validations are here, username at least one number, at least one letter. These are all by JavaScript. Because of JavaScript, we can add it here, validation of the application form. Next one, here complete validation of the application form is by JavaScript. Next one, it is on jQuery. Here, jQuery is a external library of JavaScript. Here, jQuery is ready-made architecture. Nowadays, it is by Bootstrap only. Here, jQuery is a framework. Here, jQuery also, we will add it here. inside the script tag, inside the head section. Script here, it is an external JavaScript. jQuery is nothing but it's an external JavaScript. Here you can add it here, different jQuery files we have. jQuery 3.7.1.js, and we can add it here, jQuery. Here jQuery cycle.js, UI.js. Here only you can find jQuery cycle UI, here validation. Here like this, etc., etc. We can add it for our program. jQuery is nothing but it's external library. This external library directly we can use it for our program like this. Here jQuery is a external library of JavaScript. Because of this jQuery, we can readily develop our application like this. Here, next one here, Ajax. Ajax, it is a asynchronous JavaScript and XML. Here, Ajax is nothing but it's a asynchronous. Here, asynchronous JavaScript and XML. See, I'll show you one of the jQuery file here. Suppose if you add it here, jQuery UIFX. Here, draggable, droppable, selectable, sortable, those all effects. See here, drag. I can drag to any place by adding jQuery UI.js. See here, droppable. So because of this, I can drop to any place. Here, drag it and I can drop it into any place by droppable effect. Here, I can drag it and drop it. This is droppable. Here, draggable, droppable, resizable. See here, I can change the size. This is resizable. Here, like this, we have some ready-made changes. You can do it by jQuery. This is what about the jQuery. Ajax concept, if you check it here, without redirection, you will get output for your application. That is by Ajax. Here, because of this Ajax, without redirection, without refreshment, you will get output. See, if you check here, within few seconds, see here, this is one chatting window. This chatting window is an example for asynchronous call. Here, if I click here, immediately I'm getting a result. If I click here, I'm getting immediately that result. See, whatever option I'm selecting here, that option related values, it is printing immediately without redirection, without refreshment. Automatically data is updating here like this. So if you click on main method, here current deposits, and then here money flex here. Like this, you will get all your output like this. But here, if you check any menu bar here, see, page is refreshing and page is redirecting to that place. See, refreshing and redirecting my application. This is possible by Ajax. Here, Ajax means here without redirection. Client will send request to server. Here, server has to give their response. Here, yes, client is sending the request to server. Server has to give their response. So in this time, without redirection, here it is without refreshment. Without refreshing, without redirection, if you get output for your application, that is what here Ajax. In this Ajax time, you will get output for your program without redirection and without refreshment. This one only we call it as Ajax. Ajax time, you will understand here without redirection, without refreshment, if you get output for your program, that is what only we call it as Ajax. Here, client is sending the request to server. Server has to give response. Without redirection, if you get output, this one we call it as Ajax. The best example here, chatting application. But this menu bar, if you click anywhere, it is redirecting and displaying the output. If I click any menu from here, see here. If I click any menu from here, it is completely redirecting. But if you check that chatting window, so whatever I'm clicking here, that result I'm getting here without redirection. here, that output, I'll get it here without redirection. See, if I click on this chat window, see, it is giving that output here without redirection. See, cards, if I click on this cards, see, here credit cards, here something, here updating the information without redirection. This is Ajax. Next, responsive design time. Here it is responsive design. Here itself, responsive design. In this time, you will understand here how to develop our application for mobile phone, tablet, desktop, etc. In future, any other device comes, in that device also, how to develop our application in responsive application, you will understand under responsive design. Under responsive design, you will understand here how to develop our application as a responsive application. Here, responsive application, we can create it with this. Here, responsive applications, we can easily create it with this Ajax. Here, responsive design means here without redirection, without refreshment, you will get output for your program. That is what here responsive. Next one here, sorry, responsive means how you will get output for mobile phone, tablet, desktop. Then Bootstrap. Bootstrap, it's a ready-made framework. It's a framework of HTML, CSS, JavaScript. HTML, CSS, JavaScript framework only, we call it as Bootstrap. Here, Bootstrap is a ready-made architecture. Directly, you can use that files of, just like jQuery only. You can use it here, bootstrap min.js file, bootstrap here, bootstrap bundle.js file, here bundle.js file, and bootstrap here popper.js file, here popper.js file, here, and jQuery file, something extra, CSS file, bootstrap min.css files we have. Because of all these, we can easily develop our application with this. Here, we can easily develop our application with this Bootstrap. Here, today I have covered here what all introduction to each topic. In that last topic here, lessons as just it is a super set of CSS. Next. Here, lessons as it is a super set of CSS. CSS only, something extra under CSS, that is super set of CSS. CSS only, under this something extra. It is a super set of CSS. So you will understand here how to use this lessons as. Less is a linear style sheet. SAS is a syntactically awesome style sheet. Both are super set of CSS. CSS only, but extra in CSS you will understand under this lessons as. Okay. So up to now, today we discussed here what all topics comes under this, and each topic brief information we discussed up to now. Next, here lessons as and all we have discussed up to now. So we have completed each topic introduction. Monday to Friday, I'll take topic sessions. First 10 days will continue on HTML4. After that, we'll move on to the CSS2. After that, we'll move to the jQuery, Ajax, like that will continue. Here, jQuery is a external library here, and we have this jQuery, Ajax, Bootstrap, lessons as, like this, you will understand here all our topics. So now in this time, here JavaScript is a ready-made file. JavaScript ready-made file is jQuery. So here everyday class, I'll upload it in OneDrive. So yesterday 8 p.m. drive, 8 p.m. also, 9 p.m. also I uploaded here in this drive, yesterday's class. And today's recording also I'll upload here. Okay. So like this, every day, every class recording, I'll upload it here in this drive. Every class recording, I'll upload it here in this drive. Here, every class recording, I'll upload it in your drive. Here. Here, in this, here, my class regular timing will be 8:30 to 9:30. For today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, here, today, tomorrow, I'll continue, I continue like demo yesterday and today. Tomorrow it is on session 1, installation procedure and all I'll show you. From Thursday onwards, I'll merge your batch with 8:30. How many students will register for this batch? All will merge with the 8:30 batch on Thursday. Okay, if you are interested to continue my batch, you will you can complete your registration and you will get this you will get this drive access. So once you complete it, you will get the drive access. Here in this drive, I'll upload everyday class files. Everyday class recordings, everyday class programs, paint file, documents, everything I'll upload it in your drive. Okay, like that I'll maintain with the students. All students can get this drive access once you complete your registration. And I'll share my mail address with you. I'll have one mail address. I'll share this mail address with you. So by that you can communicate with me for your doubts. You can ask me your doubts in this link. In this link, you can ask your doubts. And most of them are not responding the call from DURGASOFT organizer. So tomorrow they'll change the link for 9 p.m. batch. And day after tomorrow onwards, we'll merge with the 8:30 batch. Everyday class timing will be 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Okay, so every day I'll continue my class at 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. and I'll continue all my topics. Okay, so this is my plan. Okay, yeah, up to now, any doubts?
No, we are good.
Complete your registration before coming to tomorrow's class. Tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Day after tomorrow onwards, it is 8:30 p.m. Okay, yeah, that's it for today. We'll meet tomorrow for the continuation.